Welcome to Rachel Wolf Movement. Go ahead and lie down onto your back. Draw your right knee into your chest. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Hollow out your back. See if you can hover that left foot off the floor. Hold it there and then tap it down. And then lift, hover, hold, and tap. Keeping that rounded back shape. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. If you feel any back pain doing this, you can bend that knee and just hover the foot off the floor with that knee bent. If your neck is bothering you, just keep your head down on the floor and continue with that leg straight or bent with that hover. Now we're going to switch to the other side. Left knee draws in, right leg stretches out. You can keep that head down on the floor or curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Hover the right heel and tap. If you're using that alternate option, you can bend the knee and hover it there and tap, or keep the head down on the floor. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. And one more. Release the head down. If it's lifted, hug both knees into the chest. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up if it's appropriate for you to do so, or you can keep it down. We send the legs out, send the arms overhead. Exhale, pull it back in. If you need to modify this, then you're going to keep your knees bent and let your feet drop towards the floor, arms reach overhead, and hug it back in. So you open and bring it back in. If that's too much on the lower back, then you can extend the legs up to the ceiling with the arms and bend. Lots of options here. And if all feels okay, keep that lift and stretch long. Exhale, bring it in. Three more. Two. And one more. Okay, bring yourself flat on the mat. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Drop your knees over to the right, back to center, and take it to the left. So we're just moving side to side with bent knees, keeping the shoulder blades down on the mat. Working to open up the lower back, releasing that stiffness in the lumbar area. Inhale as you take the knees to the side. Exhale to come back to center. Use your abs to pick the knees up, not your lower back. As you lift those knees up, pull from the core. And finish. One more towards the left. Bring it back to center. Okay, bring it onto your hands and knees. Big toes touch. Drop the hips down towards the heels. Knees are separated a little bit wider than hips distance apart. Place the elbows and the palms down on the floor. Get your hips to come as close to the heels as you can. If your hips are somewhere up here, you can place a pillow or yoga block underneath your hips. Take the right hand behind the head. Exhale. Start to twist from the rib cage. Inhale, lower. Try to keep the hips as still as possible, just moving from the ribs. Exhale as we open. Inhale to lower. Two more. And one more. Place that forearm down on the floor. We switch sides, left hand behind the head. Exhale, we rotate, inhale, lower. Rotating from the rib cage. Trying to keep the hips as still as possible. Three more. One more. And bring it down. Bring yourself up onto hands and knees. Shoulders stack over the wrist, knees underneath the hips. Pull your right knee in towards the chest. Round your back into a cat's back. And then send the leg back as you come into a nice flat back. Hug that left hip. Don't let that left hip push out to the side. Exhale, round, inhale. Nice flat back, lengthen. Abs are engaged. As you pull the knee into the chest, find that crunch of the core. See if you can maintain that contraction as you lengthen your spine. Exhale, round. Keep that bracing of the core as you lengthen. Push the floor away with your hands by lifting up through the upper back, through the chest. 2 more. And 1 more. Place that knee back down onto the floor. Hug the left knee into the chest, round, and lengthen, get long. Keep that contraction in the core, and then stretch it out. Exhale, round, inhale, flat back, lengthen. Right hip is hugging in, keeping that right hip pulled over to the left so we're not letting the hips drop out to the right side. 3 more. Exhale, round. Inhale, nice flat back, keeping that core contraction. 1 more. And place that knee down. Step the right foot forward, so we're in a half kneeling position, stacking the right knee over the right heel, left knee underneath the left hip. Bring the arms to stack into Genie arms. Pull the right hip back, draw the left hip forward. So you're creating the scissoring action of the hips and maintaining stability. We twist the ribs both ways, but don't move your hips. We're keeping the hips nice and still, just twisting from the rib cage. Exhale, we twist. Inhale, coming back to center. Three more each side. And 1 more each way. Okay, bring those hands behind the head. Side bend right, center, and left. Try not to move through your hips. You're thinking about pulling the ribs off of the pelvis and side bending. Exhale, come back to center. Inhale to lengthen. This one's challenging, especially with the balance. So we want to feel the outer hips engaging. Lower abs are engaged by drawing the hip bones together. 2 more each side. And 1 more each way. Okay, switch the legs. Left foot steps forwards, left heel tracking over, or left knee tracking over left heel, right knee under right hip. Stack into Genie arms. I started with my right arm on top, so I'm going to switch it with the left arm on top. If you don't remember, do just go into it and then switch it, because we tend to start with the same side. Now rotate from the rib cage. Deep breaths. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Using the breath, try not to move the pelvis, just the ribs. Stay tall through the spine, lengthen nice and long. Three more each way. And bring the hands behind the head. We side bend left, center, and right. Ooh, lost my balance there. Just keep going if that happens. So remember that scissoring action in the pelvis, pulling the left hip back, right hip forward, engaging lower abs. That's what helps you to keep the balance. There's always going to be that one side that's a little bit harder than the other. Remember to stay long as you come back to the middle. 4 more each way. 3. If you feel your back hamstrings burning, that is normal. Those muscles are working quite a bit. And 1 more each side. We're almost done with this. And back to center. Okay, bring that knee down. We're going to take it wide on the mat, bringing that left leg out to the side. Spin the toes up. Tuck your right toes under on the floor and rock it forwards and backwards. Keep your back nice and flat here. Now, as you rock back, your lower back will round a little bit, but I want you to keep your chest lifted. And then as you shift forward, that lower back comes to a more neutral place. So this is very similar to the exercise when we first started from our child's pose to hands and knees. We just have one leg shifted out to the side and we're not dropping quite so low. Now let's bring it in and change sides. Send the right leg out to the side, turn the toes up, tuck the left toes under that are on the floor, and we rock forward and backward. Keep the neck in alignment with the spine. Feel that rounding of the back as you press back, but keep the chest lifted, nice and open. Shoulders stay pulled down away from the ears. Deep breaths. Two more. And one more. Okay, you're going to place your mat all the way up against the wall. Scooch yourself so your hips are as close to the wall as you can get it. So you're kind of coming against the wall towards the side of one of your hips. And then you're going to stretch your legs up the wall and you can adjust yourself as close to the wall as you can be. If your hamstrings are tight, you might prefer a little bend into your knees. That's okay. If it feels good to straighten them, keep them straight. You can rest your hands on your belly or maybe take them out into goalpost arms. And then just close your eyes here. And I want you to focus on breathing really slow, deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. As you inhale, feel your back ribs expanding into the floor. And as you exhale, just feel them slightly coming towards the center of your spine. Feel the lateral breath as you inhale, the rib cage getting wider. And as you exhale, the rib cage drawing closer in towards the spine. We oftentimes think about what's happening in the front of the rib cage when we breathe, but not so much the back of the ribs. And when we don't breathe into the back ribs as much, those muscles can get really tight and stiff, which starts to stiffen down into that lower back. So we're just taking this time to focus on breathing deep breaths into the back of the body. And deep breaths out. Now, if you'd like to stay here, you can stay here longer and continue. If you need to go about your day, you can go ahead and come out of this position. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.